my gosh, welcome to HaloHalo, another episode here. My name's PJ, and we have a special guest, the beautiful Jasmine Paguio, Miss Eco International Canada 2021. Thank you for being here, Jazz.
Hello, hi, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, we're friends outside of this, but we had to get her in here because HaloHalo is all about fun, games, and just getting to know people. And let's just start right away with, your pageantry. You've been part of the pageantry circuit. How did you get involved into pageants?
Well, with pageants, I actually started when I was really young. So I was 17. And honestly, it was something I never really thought I would get into. My very first pageant director, Mr. Edgar Sulit, he was the one who sort of spotted me at an event in Toronto and just introduced me to this whole world of pageants, and I fell in love. So I've continued it ever since, and I was lucky enough to compete internationally a couple times too. So
that's amazing. I mean, getting scouted. How did you? I mean, this crown's kind of heavy. What did you feel like when you got scouted? I mean, I'll never experience that. I mean, getting scouted, picked up. I mean, someone spots you. Do you remember that moment where someone's like, yeah, you should do pageants? Did you have anything in your mind when that happened? I mean,
honestly, modeling and like I said, pageantry, I never really thought would ever come to me, let alone approach me. So it was kind of a surreal feeling. I didn't know if it was something I should pursue, something I should look into, let alone something that I should make my life. But it became a really big passion, and yeah, I'm just super grateful that he found me, and now I'm here today.
And I think you're also one of the few that had the opportunity to represent both Philippines, right, and Canada. So going into your advocacies throughout your pageant journey, is there anything that you were solid that you really wanted to broadcast to the whole world and let the population know about?
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm very passionate about a lot of things, such as social injustice, fighting for equality, gender equality, all of that kind of stuff. But a project that I've been really focusing on is my advocacy for the environment. So I've just been working on a lot of projects, especially for Miss Eco International, because their main platform is for the environment and helping spread awareness and spread education on how we can help live more sustainably. So that is probably my biggest passion and biggest advocacy that I'm currently working on. And it's something that I just proudly want to help spread awareness for. So, yeah.
I remember seeing a Facebook post, which is oddly kind of Filipino too, because one of the sustainability points you posted was make sure you eat all your food, which is very Filipino. Never eat the last piece because it's sustainable.
Every single grain of rice, you have to make sure you eat it. Yeah.
But could you just mention? I guess that post was a sustainability post, right? So I don't know, maybe some points about sustainability, if you have.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, when it comes to sustainable living, it's all about your mindset, because you need to be really educated on how you can live sustainably. It's very simple too. There's little ways that we can just live every day that will overall have a great impact on our world. So for example, food waste, such as eating every single grain of rice on the plate, is very important when it comes to living a sustainable lifestyle, as well as proper recycling and proper waste management is also something that's very important but is often overlooked. For example, proper waste management is really important. A lot of people think that certain things are recyclable, but it's actually not. So just taking the time to look up what can and cannot be recycled actually makes a really big impact, because if one item is recycled incorrectly, that whole bin of possible recyclables actually goes to landfill. So just taking the time to just educate yourself, read a little bit more about things that we can do in our everyday lifestyle just to change and help make a cleaner environment is something that I really, really advocate for and really, really want to push forward as a part of my advocacy.
Oh, that's such an interesting point, because like you said, it goes straight to the landfill. We wouldn't, if there's so much magic that happens behind scenes, right?
Yeah.
All the recyclable processes and all the waste management, no one really learns about that.
Thinks twice about it, exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Now, going into your pageantry, because you've been a part of the pageantry community for a very long time, just wondering if you have any memories or stories that really stand out in being a pageant queen, or just in a pageant in general, since you've done local pageants and international pageants.
A memory that stands out probably from my first pageant ever. So I was 17 and I was lucky to represent the Philippines. So it's my first time competing. I was a teenager, first time representing Philippines. And I went to Peru and all my luggage was lost.
Oh, no.
I had nothing.
Yeah.
I had a tiny little carry-on with me with like one set of heels and like one dress and no makeup. So I had nothing for the entire pageant like duration, but I was lucky enough to make friends with a lot of the girls, and they were so caring and so like kind. They lent me bathing suits, they lent me dresses, they lent me makeup. They were like, that is something that I'll never forget, that bond that we created. And in the end, I still had, like, I persevered and I actually ended up winning a title.
Let's go! Nice. The sashes, another sash.
So another sash. But honestly, it was such like an eye-opening experience for me because not only was it my first pageant, but like it kind of broke the stereotypes of everything that pageants sort of, like the stigma around pageants, like, you know, all the girls are super competitive, super catty, but I didn't experience any of that. Like not only in my first pageant, but through all of my pageant experiences. So that is like a bond that I'll ever forever cherish and like be grateful for. And an experience I'll be grateful for. So
more cooperation than competitiveness.
Yeah, and it was really nice.
Talking about the special bond you had with like the pageants, I know you have a special bond with another subject, which is film.
Yes.
You know, talk about like your passion for film. I know people see you as a pageant queen, and you did go to school for film. Just talk about like your special bond with that.
With film, so I've always been really interested in film and acting and just entertainment industry ever since I was little. Like I remember visiting LA one time, taking one of those like tours around the Hollywood Hills and telling my mom, like, you know, I'm gonna live here one day. Like I'm gonna be an actress one day. But I never actually thought that I would pursue it. It was just more like something that I had an interest in. So when I started learning about film in my postgrad for the first 2 years, I actually found a different passion, and that was actually acting instead of being behind the scenes of it. So that is a new passion that I started pursuing recently, and something that I never thought, once again, that I would ever get into, because I mean, I knew I was dramatic, but I didn't know I could be an actress. I knew it was my art thing, but I didn't know I could be an actress. But so that's just something that I'm really excited about pursuing, and just something that I'm really looking forward to.
Cool, that's great. Let's just go through a flash round of just some quick questions, whatever comes into your head, and we can end it out there. Favorite type of food?
Sinigang.
Boom, sinigang, gang.
Sinigang.
What's the song you have currently on repeat?
Favorite mistake, Giveon.
Oh, Giveon, okay. Favorite BTS member?
Taeyang. Wait, Jungkook.
Oh,
wait.
There's some...
Jimin.
Wait, everyone.
All of them.
Okay. Would you rather be a dancer or singer?
Singer.
Okay. And then last movie that made you cry?
The Notebook, but that's so basic. But it did make me cry. How does it not make you cry?
All right, there we have it. Thank you, Jazz, for being here. When we come back, it's going to be HaloHalo sketches, but we also have Jazz later on with the game. Will she win that game? Will she be competitive with me with this game? We've played this before when we come back on HaloHalo.